life isn't particularly fun right now, so I'm gonna take you for a ride outside. Yep, come, let's go.
Sometimes I think about myself. I wish I was somewhere else, far from my fear, anxiety, far from my weakness. I could be gone, but I'm just afraid. I refuse to fix the problem, and I think I can carry on.
It's quite bumpy.
You can lie, you can try.
Well, I have arrived. I have no blanket, so we're gonna have to improvise on this trick because I got something to talk about. Yay!
You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down. Don't you cry no more, no more. Yeah, tears is in mine.
Well, as I said, improvising. Got no blanket, so I'm gonna use my jumper that was supposed to go to laundry yesterday. So yeah, doesn't matter. Anyways, there are people somewhere there, which is not good. I would like a bit of privacy, but yeah, I know it's outside and people can be in the outside. Anyway. Hi, after a long time, a half year, almost, no, 5 months for sure. I've been very absent from the internet, but I'm back, hopefully. I'm in the middle of my exam season. I'm in the middle of that, so the hardest part of studying is already behind me, and now I must focus on like actually writing the exams themselves. So yeah, I hopefully have finally some time for my other creations like YouTube, like this. First of all, I'm just tired a lot. I'm gonna rumble a lot. I haven't recorded for a long time too, so I know this all adds up to one big mess that this video will be. And basically, I'm tired. I I didn't really want to come here in the first place, but I want to talk about something that actually made me come here at the very end. For a long time, especially now, when I don't spend almost all my days studying, which made me actually feel productive. Between exams I have in those 3 weeks, I often feel very unproductive, useless, and all my life like loses colors. Because the days I spend on resting before my exams is, you could call it bed rotting, which is, isn't particularly bad in itself. Sometimes just laying in the bed, it's very important. We might feel exhausted physically and mentally, which I was definitely mentally exhausted after my studying. So it isn't particularly bad. What's bad is the inner need to be always productive, and I think that's the destroyer of the whole fun. Throughout this half a year almost, I've been focusing on mastering my studying, and so I can study more and more efficiently. In the end, I've come a long way, and a lot of improvements were made, and I'm really proud of myself that I managed to push myself so hard. However, this made me change my mindset a bit, that I must be always productive. Well, to be honest, it's not like I developed this need right now. It has been behind my mind all the time. It just wasn't so intense as it is. So intense actually, that on the days when I should relax, I could barely relax, because I would blame myself for not being productive, basically. I would stay in my room almost whole day, waking up at like late, very late. Relaxing was really tough for me. It is still tough for me. And that's also why I came here, even though I'm tired and as I said at the beginning, life isn't so good recently because I believe that sometimes to feel better we need to put some effort into it. I mean, I think that's where our making ourselves feel better begins. It's when we start to put effort into it. And I know it's really hard, but I'll try to explain it quite simply. We'll see. Okay, whenever we feel bad, we often have lack of energy to, or not energy actually, but will to do anything, basically. It's hard for us to eat, to get up, to do our chores, because we think of all the hassle it is, how much trouble it will make, and we make this image of very tiring work that probably would take us only a couple of minutes, but still a couple of minutes, hours, whatever, doesn't really matter. It matters that we have to do something and we don't feel like doing it because we feel bad, we have a bad day, we are angry, we're sad. Doesn't matter. And this cycle turns into a fucking wind. I mean, wind is nice. It just misses my recording, but that's okay. Right? We're gonna cut it. And when we are sad and we think about all the chores we have to do, and again, how sad we are, and it makes us think about work even more, and we get more and more anxious, and it all adds up. We basically are stuck in this never-ending cycle. We may seek help from other people, hoping that, especially our friends, hoping that they will notice we have a bad day, and they will be like, oh, it's alright, and they're gonna pat on our heads and tell it's alright, and give us a little hug, and so on and so forth. It's not like this. It does not work like this. Getting better does not start with other person. It may in some situations, but most of those will not. And for a very simple reason. Our mind can easily... Let's wait. I mean, the wind is nice, really. It's very warm day, so when the wind is super. Yes. I swear, whenever I try to talk, the wind intensifies this. This is sick. Yeah, are we good? No, we are not. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, I think wind does not agree with me at all. Patience is the key. And in the meantime, when the wind calms down, we can enjoy it. So, yeah. I don't think it's gonna get better anyway. Okay. When we think all the time about the work, and when we start, especially, and we get more and more anxious, as I said before, our mind can easily lock off the positive things and focus only on negative. It's a really interesting phenomenon of our minds, of the human mind, that when we think about something, we tend to notice more in the environment around us, and that applies also to negative feelings and negative emotions and negative things. Basically, if we think about them all the time or most of the time, for example, we can think about the climate change and how we barely do anything about it. Yeah, I know climate change is I know it hurts you. We can focus on the climate change, we can focus on the bad people that influence us, we can focus on I don't know what else, whatever bothers you. Then we tend to notice them more and more around us. I mean, when I think of climate change, it only takes me a look behind me. There's literally road behind me, and I can, that I can think about, oh, it's because of the cars and the trucks and all the carbon dioxide. And then I look on the other side and I see the factories and I can see the smoke from them and think, oh, it's also because of the factories. I can go so on and on. But what I mean is that when I think of one thing, it tends to just follow another. And it often just multiplies and overworks our mind, and it's everywhere. It's not a good thing, especially when we feel bad. So this one person that would come to us, hug us, and tell us that everything's gonna be alright, we can easily cut it off and still focus on the bad things, because the bad things just overwhelms every thought we have in our mind right now. And this little positive thought that tries to get in, even by a friend, will just not, because our mind is occupied with different things, with our own worries, problems, and so on. However, we can start feeling better. It's not easy, but we can start when we start to put effort into it. And when we start to put effort into saying the positive things, for example, the wind, that, exactly this situation, the wind, it messes my recording. But instead of focusing on how my recording will be messed up and how the video will turn out, it's gonna be the clip that long. The clip is gonna have half an hour or an hour of recording, and I'm gonna sit by editing so long, and it's gonna be such a hassle, and the video will turn out probably bad and so on. I can focus on the wind itself, that it's actually a nice breeze, and it's actually quite cool when it winds. And I'm in nature, in an environment where it's actually pretty nice, comfy. Maybe not comfy, but comfy. I mean, it is comfy in some way. It's cozy. We can start to put effort into positive things, into looking into positive things, and we start to begin to feel better. Then this one friend that tries to get into our mind actually makes a difference, because we purposely open our mind to positive things. Even when our mind is occupied with negative, we let those positive things inside, actually. And slowly, maybe not as effectively as we wish, but slowly, they will start occupying our minds more and more, and we will start to feel better. Right before recording this video, I was exhausted. I woke up real early, I slept not much. As I said, my mood wasn't particularly great, because recently there was exams and so on. But I really wanted to stay in my room. I really wanted to lay in my bed and scroll through Instagram reels and watch another hours of YouTube, or sit by the next series on Netflix. Basically, just stay in my room, do my own things, and just try to wipe those negative emotions away. However, I decided to put some effort into my well-being. I decided to pack my bag, get some water, get my bike, and cycle. Well, it's not really far, but still cycle here and sit in environment I know I would feel better. But because it was so far away, I just did not want to put in any effort. Despite that, I still put, and actually you can see me smiling, which is not fake. You can trust me on that. I am actually getting to feel better. So yeah, that's what I mean. When we start to put effort into our well-being, even the smallest effort, like doing things we like. I don't know what you like, but doesn't matter, whatever you like. I like being here, I like this place, but to go to this place I must take a bike, I must take my backpack, I must take water, next time I must take blanket, or otherwise I will be sitting on bare grass, which, don't judge me, it is okay, but it's just not comfortable. And thanks to putting effort into something, we can actually feel better and make others feel better as well. It all starts with us. We are very, it's not often talked about, but we are responsible for our own well-being very often. There are, of course, situations that are completely out of our control, but there are many things that actually are in our control, or at least in part, and we can steer our energy to those things that actually made us in the long run feel better than to those that kind of make us feel better in the short run, but in the long run they make us actually miserable. You have certain energy that you can put into other things that make you feel bad or things that make you feel good. The problem with putting this energy into things that make us feel good is that it's difficult. It's much easier to put energy into things that make us feel bad because they're just more easily accessible. However, with good things, it is really difficult because we need to battle our negative feelings, our emotions. Only then, when we'll slowly start winning those battles, we'll feel better in a very long run. We may develop also more healthy methods to feel better, but it takes effort basically. If you do not have things that you like doing, it's okay. We are all in a journey. We are on our own journey. No one's going through the same as you, but there's certainly somebody who goes through something similar that can relate. So you aren't alone, and embrace it. And I know it sounds very hard to believe in, but things will get better. I often like to repeat to myself, as long as I keep trying, there's always a chance that I will succeed at whatever I'm doing. When it was studying, I kept telling myself, as long as I'm trying to study every day more and more, I will eventually get to the point where I want to. As long as I keep trying to make myself feel better, eventually I will succeed at it. And I tried many things. I tried watching movies, I tried talking with people, nothing helped me. So I finally grabbed a bike, came here, and it actually is nice. So yeah, just go on, try, even though it's hard. Again, as long as you keep trying, you will eventually succeed at it in your own time, and by the time you get to that destination you are striving for, there's a whole journey ahead of you, a journey full of experiences and stories that you can tell. So really, give yourself some space, some time, some understanding. I think it's very important to just understand that sometimes we are feeling like shit and we just have to roll with it. And I think you will be fine. Right. So yeah, put your energy into things that actually will make you feel better in the long run. I think that's gonna be it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video quite soon. When that's gonna be, I don't know. I must keep trying making videos. Eventually they will come to YouTube. Yeah, I hope you've been doing well. And if not, I hope you will be doing well soon enough. Bye bye. Love ya. And take care of yourself. Like, really, take care. Bye bye. I hope you can hear them, but the crickets, they are so loud. Jeez. It's not like it's summer, it's just spring. Well, almost summer, whatever. Either way, it's quite nice. Hey, blue sky.